Welcome to days 6 and 7 of our Idaho adventure ride. Each day of this trip has somehow gotten better than the last. Low on supplies and energy, remote mountain passes are not the place to be. So we headed south to an access road that led us westward towards Cascade, Idaho. And I'll tell you, even taking the easy way in Idaho provides astounding views. This morning we woke up at the Golden Gate campground south of Yellow Pine with the soothing sounds of the river. It was a restful and peaceful night. The weather was cool, the sky was clear, and there were heaps of stars. We rolled into Cascade, filled up on fuel, and grabbed some snacks and drinks. I bought a cool paper map of Idaho to hang on my map wall back home. Cascade was surrounded by wildfires, and there was a great deal of smoke in the air. And the fires could actually be seen just in the mountains west of town. We headed south towards Boise, taking the turn off eastward to Lowman, where we stopped again for a break. From there it was highway all the way to Stanley. As we came into Stanley, we stopped to see if there were any open campsites at Stanley Lake. While there were a few that were not desirable, so we passed on that and headed down to Casino Creek Campground along the Salmon River, not far from where we camped the first night. We set up camp and spent some time playing in the river, washing up and just relaxing. It was fantastic. We rode back to Stanley and had a nice outdoor dinner at Sawtooth Lucis. While in Stanley, we called our family since we had some cell service, and then headed back to camp for the evening. The next morning we packed up and headed south, but not before we stopped at Redfish Lake to have a look around. What a beautiful sight, the glassy water and the sawtooths in the background. I'm definitely coming back here with my family in the summertime. The remainder of the ride was relaxing, just cruising along the highways through the mountains on our way back to Arco. We did stop in Sun Valley and Ketchum area to top off on fuel. That place was busy and stressful, and I was happy to get back on the road. We rolled past Craters of the Moon National Monument, then into Arco. It was a bittersweet end to this great adventure. I was grateful to be headed home to my family, who I missed greatly, but also sad that this adventure was now just a memory. Plus Hans, my BMW, needs some TLC after this trip. I broke my start switch, bent my front rim, flattened my tire, and somehow ripped off my rear ABS speed sensor. Well, this concludes the 2022 Idaho ADV ride for Evolution Adventure Company. Stay tuned for more adventures to come, and remember, make everything an adventure.